Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the first vlog of a new week, Monday the 23rd of February. Hope you've had a good weekend and had a good successful day back at work. Going to start today, just go back to my video of Friday when I watched it back after I uploaded it. It didn't make any sense. I said early on in the video that I had won 2 jobs on Thursday afternoon, one for Friday morning and one for Monday, and then later on at the end of the video I said I'd won a job for Monday. The first job I did get a call during the day Friday, just to put that one back from Monday to Wednesday, so still got the job but it was Wednesday, so therefore Friday afternoon I had to look for another job, which I did and won. Also, I just want to go back. I spoke about, I mentioned a company called TVS. I've never done any work for them. They probably are a very reputable firm. And they were offering a job and it was 60 days. And I'm a bit reluctant to do 60 days if you follow me. I'm also very reluctant to do 45 days. And they're purely because I've had every time I've had my fingers burnt, I've been knocked or really severely had problems in chasing. They've always been 45-day merchants, and as I've said before and I'll say it again, that's not to say that all these shippers on 45 days, 60 days are bad people. And I had a couple of comments, one from CW Logistics and one from White Van Man, both sort of pointing out the same things, that firstly, if you do your job at the first sort of 14 days of a month, payment terms for 60 days from invoice are exactly the same as 45 days end of month. Absolutely 100% spot on, right? And also I think both of them said that they've done work for TVS, and TVS actually pay a lot earlier than 60 days, and of course that does happen as well with 30-day shippers. There's plenty of 30-day shippers that I find they get paid after 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So good point, well made. Maybe then I'll have a look, a bit more interest in future at TVS and maybe one of the other 2 60-day merchants, and give them a chance to see what they're all about. So that was that. Normally Monday I go over my stats. I forgot to bring out the bit of paper that's got all the stats written, but I can pretty much remember it in my head. Pretty bang average overall. Total income was 830. My standing expenditure was 5 days at £35 a day, 175. And my repayment of initial loan 150, making 325. I had 2 congestion charges last week, that's £15 before VAT each, and the fuel I've worked out was about 159. That left me a grand total clearing 316. Not brilliant, but it'd do for me. I'm fine with that. Miles per gallon, I can't remember the amount of miles I did or what I used in litres, but I do remember that the miles per gallon worked out 38.04, just at the bottom end of my sort of scale, but I did do 2 trips into central London, so that will always chip away at the miles per gallon. So that's bits and pieces all taken care of. On to today. So I won that job on Friday, and again there wasn't an awful lot that was coming through, so I went early on a job and I actually thought I got a decent price for the job. Shipper I've worked with before, it was for a large van from Braintree going to Crawley. Now pricing those jobs, again, it's 76 miles, and 76 miles on that job is quite easy because the Braintree is right on the A120. I'm going to go A120, I'm going to go down the M11, I'm going to go down the M25, all the way around to junction 6, down the M23. It takes me to Crawley, so it's easy 76 miles. You can of course do 76 miles which is all sort of A roads and country lanes, and it can probably take you 50% longer. Anyway, for this I put £100 on it. It was early in the afternoon and I thought I can be brave with my pricing. That's actually sort of £1.31 a mile, and I got that job, so I was pleased with that. I thought it's a good start to the day. It's a decent job. It's just sort of out of the area I like to go to, and I have found Crawley difficult in the past. It shouldn't be really with Gatwick Airport and obviously quite a bit of industry around there, but I've always struggled. Anyway, this morning morning. It was a 9 o'clock collection, and when the details came through, it is a collection point I've done quite a few times. Not going to tell you what the goods are because I don't want to give any secrets away, but I've always done it for a local Essex shipper. Now I'm doing it for a northern based shipper. I don't know whether they've won all the work. I can't see any reason this job was special. The people it was going to was just it wasn't going actually to the airport, it was going to an ordinary small firm on an industrial estate. So yeah, this again, when you have your own customers, you know you can lose them as easy as you win them. And I don't know whether this Essex-based courier has lost this work or not, but anyway, not my drama, not my problem. So I was on site early this morning. I got there at 8:15. I do know they open at 8 o'clock. The goods were ready. It took all of 5-10 minutes to get them on board, and once I'd got the paperwork, I had to write my own POD out. I left the site at 8:30. Really good run. Wasn't any problems really getting down to Crawley. Nice and easy, nice and straightforward. Got on site at 10:15 and I was off site at 10:25. When I got myself a coffee while I was looking, as per normal, and there was 2 jobs in Crawley, both 5 minutes from where I was, obviously around the same sort of industrial area. One was a small van job going 18 miles to Dorking in Surrey. Put a price of £40 on that minimum, didn't get it. Then there was a job again 5 minutes away from Crawley going to Hounslow. Small van, that's 45 miles. I put £60 on that because again, you've just got to be careful. Hounslow, it's a bit open-ended as to whether it's going to be in the airport or in the outskirts, and obviously it's a little bit further on the mileage. Put 60 on it, as I say, didn't get that one either. I'm starting to think about leaving the area, and a job came up which was, I was in 2 minds about bidding for it because the time, I can't remember, I think it had to be picked up by 11:45, and it was now about 11 o'clock, and I was 45 minutes away, and it was from Woking, and it was 3 drops in Diss, and then on to a place called Wymondham. I think that's how you pronounce it in Norfolk, probably a few variations. Apologies to the locals if I've got it wrong. I think we know where that's coming from. I'm sure many of you have done it. You know it's out of McLaren. And being 45 minutes away, I wasn't sure, but I put it in the notes that I was in Crawley, I was 45 minutes away. And again, it's pricing these. We know it's motorsports. We know, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? Price is not as important as getting the job done correctly. There's quite a lot of bits and pieces in the notes. If you've done it, you know. And I'm trying to price it. I'm trying to think, I've got to price this quite quickly because I haven't got time, being 45 minutes to wait, to worry about it. And I'm thinking, well, 3 drops in Diss. I've actually been to 3 different places in Diss, either from Woking or to Woking. So I'm guessing I'm going to all 3 of these. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to worry about distance there, and 3 drops in Diss, and it's on a straight line. Wymondham's not too far further on, so I just went with 140. It's 149 miles. It was a small van job. Maybe I probably could have got a bit more being motorsports, but you just got, it's difficult to judge, isn't it? There's got to be a lot more vans. There were a lot more vans closer to the job than I was, but I'd say I've done quite a few for the shipper. I like to think I do a good job, and I think the shipper would rather hang on 10-15 minutes and get someone who's capable in doing the job. Anyway, yeah, got a phone call straight away. Reiterated again, I'm 45 minutes away, but he was absolutely fine. Just get there as quick as you can. No problems getting the stuff picked up. I left Crawley about 11:05 and I got on site 11:45, which was the limit, but there was no drama there. There's lots going on at that site if you've been there. I was all loaded fairly quickly. The stuff was all ready. It was literally 3 boxes for the Diss and a little bit more for the Wymondham one, but I was off site by 12 o'clock. I just had a quick stop as I left Woking just to grab some food and used the toilet in a petrol station. Took 4 or 5 minutes, no dramas. Won't go through all the details of the delivery. They were the 3 I thought. 2 are virtually right next to each other on an industrial estate. The other one's about 10 minutes, 15 minutes outside of this, but no drama. And then once that, it's about half an hour up to the final delivery, which was straightforward as well. Everything's done, all off by 4 o'clock. So I think a good day. I'm happy where I am. I'm an hour and a half from home, but it's a nice pleasurable hour and a half back down the A11, and then when I get to Thetford I just cut off towards Ely, and then down to the A14 and, you know, get to Copdock at Ipswich and down the A12, and I'm home. So nice and straightforward, no rush. I've got a job, I've won a job on the way up for tomorrow, which is nice, perfect for me, starting early in the morning in Colchester. So yeah, off again this week, like last week. We're off to a good start. 2 jobs today, £100 and £140, 240 in total. It's over my target, so I've got to be pleased with that. And I'm going to be home indoors by 6 o'clock. Just going to drop the van, probably get in the car, go and pick the wife up, then back home. And I've got darts tonight. It's Monday night, so I've got a league game tonight as normal on a Monday. Yeah, so all in all, a decent day. I hope yours has been good as well. Bit annoyed it's starting to rain because I got the van cleaned yesterday, and it was nice and shiny, but hopefully it won't be too bad on the way home. We'll go again tomorrow. So yep, take care, thanks for watching, all the best. Cheers, Paul.